Thank you for joining us today for the PhytoPūr Bio Your Own Cannabis Plant webinar. Within this video, we'll be giving you an insight into our company and demonstrating why PhytoPūr Bio should be your manufacturer of choice when it comes to the creation of CBD-based products. I'd like to start by introducing you to the team. My name is Gabrielle and I am the Media Relationship Manager for PhytoPūr Bio.
Thanks, Gabi. I'm Michal Takáč, founder and director of PhytoPūr Bio.
I'm Rodan, pharmacist and CEO of Partner Factory.
Yeah, thanks, Gabby. My name's Alan Ray. I'm a director of PhytoPūr Bio.
Michal, you've been an advocate of the benefits of CBD for 10 years now. Can you tell us your story and why you became such an evangelist for a product that few people had heard of when you started?
Thanks, Gabi. So years ago, I was in the terrible industrial accident when my hand was cut into the rollers of large industrial printing press. Thanks to the incredible doctors and nurses, I got to keep my hand. But I was left with a chronic pain and PTSD. I tried so many different products to help the pain, but none of them worked. I was out of work and depressed when my friend from Czech Republic brought me hemp product, CBD, and it changed my life completely. Once I experienced it and saw the results myself, I knew I had to tell everyone. Then I spent 7 years building the sufficient knowledge and investment for this product. And now I have my own brand called CBVit, which we launched last month online. And we also have an exclusive manufacturing agreement with our partner factory at Czechia, where they produce the highest quality product in Europe. This experience, combined with the backing of our investors, make it possible for PhytoPūr Bio manufacture and produce the premium product for accessible prices for other entrepreneurial companies who are looking to enter UK and European market.
That truly is an inspirational story. We're now going to move on to the factory. Rodan, as a pharmacist, can you please tell us your experience and understanding of organic and plant-based productions, and also why you source and use CBD in those products?
So, between making my first cosmetic product, Pharmacy Lab, 20 years ago, to moving into our new 10 million euros GMP factory last year, there has been one constant: the best quality and the affordability. 12 years ago, when we formulated our first CBD products, we guaranteed the quality by the best natural and organic raw materials and locally sourced hemp and CBD.
It's clear quality is of the utmost importance. What CBD products can you make, and do you prefer to adapt existing formulations or develop every formula from scratch?
We have many hundreds of formulas for various types of cosmetics and dietary supplements as a basis for CBD or hemp-infused products and other natural products. Thanks to those bases, we can always prepare samples of the new products very quickly and according to the customer requirements. Once we agree on composition, we would transfer the products from our in-house laboratory to the production, where the products are manufactured to according GMP standards, which helps to ensure its exceptional quality.
Thank you, Rodan. I think it's pretty clear that the potential depth of PhytoPūr Bio's products is impressive. Could you share more about the brand and product range you've already created? Alan, can you please explain the role that PhytoPūr Bio Factory's research and development team played in this process? What was the most important factor?
Yes, so in early March, we're not really in a position to react to the immediate market demand for hand cleansers and hand sanitary products because we didn't have an existing formulation ready to go. However, market feedback was that life after COVID-19 would be different, and hand hygiene and cleansing products would become a staple requirement for most, if not all, of the PhytoPūr Bio customers. So working with Rodan and his team at the factory, we went to work to develop a range of hand cleansing products. And we went from idea and formulation to manufacturing, production, and packaging within 8 weeks, which was for a total of 6 products, which we think is a pretty good timeline and an indication as to what we can achieve for our customers.
I'm assuming that's only a small part of what PhytoPūr Bio can offer their clients.
Yeah, absolutely. The new range of hand cleansing sprays and gels, together with hand creams, will be shipped to customers in late May. But in addition to those products, there are now over 20 other CBD products already formulated that we're taking orders for now. These include skincare, hair care, oils and tinctures, and even a beard care range. And to that, we're adding 6 to 10 new products every couple of months, and that's a rate at which we will continue. Gabby, I believe you've been using some of the products that PhytoPūr Bio produced for the CBVit brand. What do you think of them?
I've worked in the beauty industry for over 6 years, so I have tried my fair share of skincare products. And although CBD skincare is a relatively new market, I've been using these products and I'm extremely impressed so far. In particular, the ointment, which helped me clear up an area of dryness and irritation in under 2 weeks, which is, unheard of. It can definitely be difficult for emerging brands to make their mark in the beauty industry, but I think PhytoPūr Bio have set the bar high and are excited to see what's coming next. Mikkel, for anyone looking to produce their own CBD products, what are the key product categories that PhytoPūr Bio offer?
There are 300 existing SKUs across skincare, cosmetics, food supplements, and pet products available immediately. Also, as Rodan pointed out, if you have own formula, our R&D team can develop something from scratch very quickly.
With such a large and comprehensive range of available products and the capacity to develop new products quickly, what is it that PhytoPūr Bio can offer prospective customers?
Yes, Gabby. So I think it's important for any potential customers of PhytoPūr Bio to understand that we've made the investment in the laboratories, in the production facilities, and in a secured supply chain so that you don't have to. And our objective is to become the go-to solution for any brand looking to manufacture its product in an EU GMP certified pharmaceutical laboratory.
Thank you for joining us today, Will. You have obviously made a big commitment to this space. Could you please provide us with a quick introduction to Artemis, your views on the global CBD market, and PhytoPūr Bio's position within it?
Sure, thank you, Gabby. So a little bit of background on Artemis. We are a private equity firm 100% devoted to investing in cannabis worldwide. We have roughly 190 million of AUM right now in cannabis, primarily in private companies. And that touches both on the THC side as well as on the CBD products. We have invested in PhytoPūr Bio because we see PhytoPūr as the leading contract manufacturing organization in Europe. And we believe that the CBD market is a nascent market that's growing quickly, and we want to be in the best assets in that market.
Thank you very much, Will. So I think now we're going to move on to Louise. So lastly, we are very lucky to also have Louise Matala of Bridge Farm Group joining us today to help us understand the opportunities of CBD within the retail space. So Louise, you have considerable experience on both sides of the retail sector as a buyer and a seller. Do you think the mainstream retail market will adopt CBD products? And if so, what period and how important will the quality be?
I think without a doubt, definitely. There's very few opportunities that you have to bring in very new categories to the retail space that are high value and high margin opportunities. So retailers, without a doubt, are very, very excited about CBD coming on stream. The challenge they've had thus far is really around regulation and trust.
So what's the difference in between a product, say, that contains CBD being stocked in Boots versus in Holland and Barrett? Is there any difference in terms of like the ingredients or the quality? Is the regulations different, or is it the same?
No, I think the products that are stocked across the whole of the plethora of the UK marketplace are some products are very good, and some products are less good in reality. And there's a lot of confusion for consumers around the way that CBD is presented, whether it's percentage milligrams or number of drops. So dosage and value is really difficult for consumers particularly to understand, and also for retailers to understand. There's an awful lot of smoke and mirrors. There's lots of brands that have jumped onto the opportunity that really have I would say, a challenged supply chain. What is really clear is that with real clear transparent supply chains and sort of giving consumers a reason to trust products, without a doubt, that's going to be the differentiator in terms of products that are there for the long term that succeed, and those that are here but will be removed very quickly from sale.
Can I ask a question to you? But I'm interested. You know, we mentioned Tesco's and looking at other supermarket chains as well, none of which are known for innovation in terms of product space. They tend to be followers rather than leaders. Do you think that will change, or do you think they're all going to sit back a little bit and wait to see what is done by the Holland and Barretts and the Boots and the pharmacy side? Or do you think that they're going to make a leap of faith?
The retailers that we're talking to really want to bring products to market and really make them visible online and in store when they know that there's enough credibility behind the brands that they're stocking. Without a doubt, it's their brand that's at risk if they have products that are proven not to have a trusted and secure supply chain. And so I think there's many retailers that we talk to that are playing in a bit of grey area at the moment and feel kind of okay to do that. But there's many retailers that have yet to really have a presence around CBD but are interested, and that's because they're waiting for brands to come to market that have novel food, they have GMP, they have a really strong supply chain credibility, and I think that they're prepared to wait because they know the opportunity long term will be great.
The entire category of health and wellness is only growing. The view is that people want to live not only longer but better, and CBD is an integral part now of that opportunity for living a healthier and more holistic life. So we see the explosion in interest as really indicative of what that long-term trend is. But it goes back to what Louise was saying. As an investor, we welcome regulation and we welcome standardization across the industry, because it really is important to build that trusted relationship with the consumer. And so if you don't have standardization, if you don't have regulation, I think that there's a moral hazard there, and it can only destroy the value that people are trying to create without those standards in place. So we believe that the category is going to be significant, but we also believe that the only way to get there is through high quality product, standardization, testing, and COA that consumers can actually trust.
Well, one other question. Obviously, the European market seem to be playing catch up to what's happened in North America, which has been adopting cannabis and CBD for many years now. Do you see that we'll be quick to catch up? You know, what do you see as the key opportunities?
You know, there's an interesting crossover, because in the US, CBD, because of Epidiolex, which was developed by GW Pharma here in the UK, it's only whole plant derived CBD isolate that's used to treat Dravet syndrome. So that's an FDA approved drug. It's a pharma product. Because of that, the FDA actually has oversight and regulation around CBD. So when you look at CBD in the US, it's similar to how, at least on the ingestible side, how Europe is approaching novel foods for CBD here. So in the US, while there's been a great embrace of CBD and cannabis state to state and almost across the nation on a holistic basis, there still is the same need for regulation and controls there to make sure that the consumer is getting a good product. So I think that the trends are relatively similar. As far as the speed to market, the US is a little bit more ahead of the curve, I would say, that they really had an explosion state to state of wide acceptance. I think some states are now seeing somewhat of a pullback as the quality has not been what consumers really require. And so the European standard process, which we actually, as I said, support, is a much more staid and steady forward process to allow for CBD to not only gain traction, but really to have long-term shelf space in Europe.
I completely agree with that. I think that without a doubt, the market. I think once we get to 2021, I think we'll start to see an explosion of products and sort of consumer demand around this. And I think almost COVID's been a prime example about why trust and transparency and, you know, and sort of like efficacy is really important. I think consumers really want to know that the products they're consuming have come from a source that they can understand and believe. And I think that, you know, I think we're in a really, really sort of interesting reset space now. And I think the trends that come out of where we are now as an industry are only going to be about sort of the brands that do it right being there for the long term and really gaining sort of, you know, traction and market share.
To add to the end of that, as an investor, I wouldn't put money into any company that doesn't have a transparent and verifiable supply chain. I think that's just, it's a bad investment decision, but it also goes to our hallmark and our brand as an investor. We are there to support the end consumer. We're there to support efficacy and impact. And anything against that is really against our principles and also our opportunity to create value. So testing, rigorous testing, standardization, and quality need to be there before we actually make an investment decision.
Mikhail, one last question that we have received. Can PhytoPūr Bio produce sample production runs for product testing before a client has to commit to a full production run?
Yes, we can significantly change the formula up to 3 times. That will be including in the initial cost of development of the product. And small changes could be done on the go. It's not a problem for us.
Thank you, Mikhail. And thank you, Rodan, Will, Louise, and Alan for providing an interesting insight into the opportunity for CBD products in the UK and EU market. Hopefully, we have demonstrated why a quality manufacturing partner is a critical component to long-term success within this space.